Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Buckeye Weekly Podcast. I am Tony Gerdeman here, as always, with Tom Orr. Tom, how's it going?
Well, Tony, we are posted up outside on a wobbly table with music playing uncomfortably loudly near us. It's great, Tony. It's exactly how I drew this up for the bold prediction show for the Ohio State Oregon game.
Oh, is this the bold prediction show?
That's what I've been told.
All right. So, welcome everybody to the bold prediction show. It is Friday. It is late. We understand when you lose a day to travel, that's what happens. But we don't have a moment to spare. Tom, are you ready to begin? I'll let you go first.
You'll let me go first. All right. Well, I have only the loosest structure of.
And I have no way to fact check.
Yeah, so this is these bold prediction shows on the road can get a little loosey-goosey sometimes. I did look up, Tony, Tyleik Williams, defensive tackle for the Buckeyes. His career high in tackles for loss is 2. Never had more than 2 in his entire lengthy Ohio State career. He had 2 against Wisconsin and Purdue in 2023, and Akron in 2021. That's it. Only 3 times in his history has he had 2 tackles for loss. He's going to do it again on Saturday night against the Oregon Ducks.
Only 2. He's only done it twice. You're saying he's going to do it again. I thought you were going to go 2.5. But if he's only done it twice in his career,
3 times, including 2021.
Okay, yeah. All right. So 3 times.
3. That's.
I was not listening. I was waiting for the 2.5. Once you said the 2, I was waiting for the 2.5. That's fine. If I go 2.5, do I get 2 points?
If I go 2.5, do I get 2 points?
That's not my question. That's not. Okay, so we'll allow that one. Make sure you're writing all of this down, Tom. I'm on my phone. I will just go by the honor system. How's that sound?
It seems like something that doesn't really work for reasons that I don't really want to get into right now.
So my first one, and this is something that has not happened this year. So boom, automatic 1 point.
Not sure that's exactly how this works, but go on.
Ohio State, for the first time this season, will allow a 30-yard pass play.
So that's interesting because I have my 2-pointer is that Ohio State has not allowed a 30-yard pass play, and Oregon has not allowed a 50-yard pass play. And I was going to parlay those 2 together and say that both of those things would happen for the first time this season for 2 points. So feels like that we might be able to come to an arrangement of sorts.
What? That we both say yes?
That we both say yes. If half of those things, the easier half of those things is worth 1, it seems like parlaying the 2 of them together should be worth at least 2.
I don't care for this because
I'm sure you don't.
I think both of those are going to happen. Now you're saying, explain to me again the 50-yard version for Ohio State. So has Oregon not allowed one?
Oregon has not allowed a 50-yard pass play all season.
Then
so
I'm powerless to stop this.
Good. Just how I like you.
Anyway, so there. Okay, 30-yard pass play.
This is going to be the first 7-minute show in Bold Predictions history,
and there are reasons. But one of those reasons is we can't we can't bicker. I mean, plus,
Oh, that's not true at all.
We can't
if history has shown anything.
All right. So here's one, Tom, that has happened once this year for Ohio State.
Seems bold already. Keep going. I bet it'll only get bolder.
A non-cornerback will have an interception for the Buckeyes. Gabe Powers is the only one that has done it. There's only been 3 other interceptions this season, 4 total. Denzel Burke has 2. And Davison Igbinosun has 1.
I feel like we've, in recent weeks, sort of established that this guy will have an interception.
For 2 points.
Has it been 2 points or has it been 1 point?
Well, it depends on who it is. If it's Denzel Burke, it's 1.
Uh-huh.
But let me see here. I can look back.
How about you pick 2 people?
Here's something I'll tell you.
Okay.
A couple weeks ago, against Iowa, I went with a linebacker gets an interception for 1 point. So I understand your concern.
So would you like to pick a position group or perhaps 2 different players?
How about safety? We'll get an interception. Does that make you feel better or worse? Only slightly better.
I'm having some stranger danger right now, so...
Hi, guys. We are in Oregon, sorry.
keep Portland weird, keep Eugene creepy, I guess. I don't know. I guess that's the local version of that. I'm not sure. I do like the fact that we went outside and immediately they turned on the loud buzzing noise machine. That's a fun touch. Welcome to the Buckeye Weekly Podcast, yes, where our sonic experience is world famous.
People have walked by. We've met a couple people at Voodoo Donuts in here, both saying, hey, appreciate the content. Mm-hmm. Clearly, whoever's running the machine behind us is also a viewer.
All right, so a safety will have an interception.
Not Jordan Hancock.
Not Jordan Hancock. So
yes, my bold prediction is Jordan Hancock will not have an interception.
This feels like it's right on the edge for me. Although I don't know how to.
They haven't had an interception yet this year. Neither Caleb Downs, nor Nathan Ransom, nor Jalen McClain, nor Jaden Bonsu.
Yeah,
nor Court Williams.
Narrowing it down to two people by name doesn't feel like that's going to really help me at all.
Sounds like you're powerless to stop it.
Well, not so fast, my friends. And my friend is like an industry term.
Yes,
this is like
correct.
when you're called talent. It's like, it's not a descriptor. It's just an industry term.
When I call you chief, I know you're not actually a chief.
Yes. How about this? The 4-minute span from 10 minutes to 6 minutes in the second quarter does not count.
Okay, from 10 to 6 in the second quarter.
Mm-hmm. Safety, yes. From 10 minutes.
10-6-2.
Okay. 10 minutes on the clock to 6 minutes on the clock in the second quarter does not count.
All right, and here's the thing: if that happens, you should get points for that. I'm just saying.
Agreed.
I'm not going to allow it.
Agreed. Good.
But if you want to make that your 3-pointer, okay. All right.
All right. So there we go. So that's your third one-pointer? Second one-pointer. Okay. See, I had a Denzel Burke interception down as a possibility. So
I said he's a corner, so I mean, he already has 2. He gets 1 every other game, basically. He's averaging, Tom, he's averaging almost a half an interception a game this season, which is, you round it up, it's basically an interception a game. Almost. Mm-hmm. Well, so 2 in 5 games to this point.
If you would like me to pick nothing, I have plenty more here.
No, I'm saying he's probably not. If you want to take Denzel Burke, I think, unless you're Malik Hooker, this guy is going to have an interception is always going to be allowed.
Okay, good. All right, so Denzel Burke, interception, Saturday night.
Oh, Saturday night? I didn't know we were putting a time frame on this. I was going to go afternoon. If you want to go with the evening.
2 points, all right. If you want to make it specific.
PM, yes. After 5:59. Okay. Here's one, Tom, a one-pointer. There will be 2 carries in this game from Ohio State players that equal or exceed 77 yards total. 2 carries combined for 77 yards. And all 17-yard runs and 34-yard runs, all of them stricken. Do not count. Every single rush of 17 or 34 yards, boom, out the window.
I'm intrigued.
Okay.
Do you have a newsletter? Because I wish to.
It's a zine. It's a zine. I can email you.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Yeah. 2 rushes totaling 77 yards. Oregon's defense has been a little big play vulnerable at times. So this is entirely possible that you get to 77 yards via an 80-yard run and a 2-yard loss. That feels like a real possibility. Although you're not assuming you're going to get a 50-yarder. And if you don't get a 50-yarder, you're going to have to get a couple 30s. So yeah, I will.
Couple 40s.
I will allow that. Yes,
I appreciate it.
I think that's good. 77 yards, but with 2 rushes, but 17 yarders and 34 yarders, all of them stricken from
all
the
of them, except for the 5th one.
I will allow it. It is sufficiently stupid that I will allow it. How about this? Jordan Hancock, 3 times in his career, against Penn State, Western Kentucky, and Rutgers, all in 2023. 3 times in his career has had 5 tackles in a game. Never had more than that. He has 5 tackles. At least matches his career high on Saturday night.
Here's a similar one that I have.
Jordan Hancock will have 4 tackles. Very bold, Tony. Very bold.
Here's what I have. I have Davis Nigbinosin with 5+ tackles. He has 5 in Big Ten play total.
Okay.
So that's why I'm saying he's going to. So I would like for you to go one more, go 6, and then we can allow that.
I will match your number.
Okay.
If you want 6 for Davis Nigbinosin, I will do 6 for Jordan Hancock. If you want to do 5 and 5, we'll do 5 and 5.
I'm already doing 5 because he's had 5 all season against Big Ten opponents.
That's fine. So I don't know how many Jordan Hancock has had against Big Ten opponents.
19.
That's probably not true.
No, he hasn't played much. So
he sure hasn't. So
okay.
If we want to hold it to, I will look up right now how many tackles Jordan Hancock has had in Big Ten play, and whatever that number is, I will match that number.
Well, no, because Davis Nigbinosin is playing a lot more. Get that phone out of your hands, Holmes. He's played a lot more snaps than Jordan Hancock the last couple of weeks because they've been playing more 3 linebacker sets. So, Iowa, I don't even know. Did he even travel
to Columbus for the home game? Yes, I believe he was there. I'm almost, in fact, certain that I saw him at the game. Yes.
Okay. All right.
So,
what does the game log say on Jordan Hancock tackles in Big Ten?
3 tackles in Big Ten play.
So you're going to have him double it.
So, no, I don't recall saying that. I will.
Okay,
I will.
5
I will
apiece.
match you 5 and 5. I'll match you 6 and 6. Whichever one you'd like to do. Your choice. I don't want to impose anything on you. I know sometimes people feel
6.
like 6.
Yeah.
Okay, 6. 6 tackles for Davis Nigbinosin. 6 tackles for Denzel Burke. Okay.
Jordan Hancock.
That is absolutely what I meant. Yes.
Okay.
That is. I was
basically times out here.
So,
at 6 tackles for anybody who wears a single or double digit.
You know, we talked earlier in the trip about the fact that we were all going to stay on East Coast time.
Yeah.
Only one of us really stayed on East Coast time today and was up at 3 a.m. local time, downstairs in the hotel lobby. That was not you. So if I'm not firing in all cylinders, apologies. It's quitting time, East Coast time, and yet somehow I'm no longer on East Coast time.
So now it's your turn for your final 1-pointer?
I have 2 more 1-pointers because I've already used my 2-pointer.
What was your 2-pointer?
My 2-pointer was the 30-yard pass on the 50-yard
Gotcha.
pass.
Okay.
How about this?
It just seemed like a 1-pointer. I'm sorry.
Feels like a game where points are going to be at a premium. The middle 8, Tony, always dictated by the coin toss as much as anything.
No, Tom,
really
don't
limits that.
I don't want to hear any coin toss parlays.
No. I wasn't gonna do coin toss. I was gonna say Ohio State scores at least 10 points in the middle 8 against Oregon.
Here's the problem: is that I'm going to allow it because
that doesn't sound like a problem to me.
The problem being, like, I don't know what they average in the middle 8. What I do know is, on their 5 games this year, they've scored, 82 or 84 points in the third quarter. Now, again, that's
15 minutes.
Yes,
we're talking about
correct.
4 minutes.
So basically, you're going to have to score generally both at the end and in the beginning.
Yes.
So that's why we're going to allow it. And I have no further objections other than I object. I just want that noted. I allow it. I note it. I object.
Other than the fact that I have no basis to object, I object.
Perfect.
Yeah, good.
Okay.
Good. All right. Your next one. Your fourth one.
This will be my last.
Your fifth one. Okay.
And you're going to not like this one, but it's something that has not happened all season long.
Mm-hmm.
Has not happened since last November.
Mm-hmm.
TreyVon Henderson will rush for 1 touchdown in the game.
Exactly one touchdown.
Exactly
one touchdown. I was going to say, I remember him scoring touchdowns.
He scored two touchdowns twice this season.
Mm-hmm.
So he's got 4 touchdowns on the season. The last single touchdown game he had was at Michigan last year. I will say all 17 and 34-yard touchdowns out the window.
Mm.
Now, here's the thing. If you choose that and he rushes for 17-yard touchdown and then a 3-yard touchdown, that goes to me.
No.
So you're playing with fire, Scarecrow.
Yeah.
Usually you're the guy that does this exact number thing, and I hate it.
Yeah. I understand why. What are the things that you say to me when I do something?
Well, I usually
like
bleep
this?
them out.
Okay. Boy. I don't.
Fits and starts.
I simultaneously have so many words I want to say and no words I want to say, and I just.
Well, let's move on.
I guess. Yeah. But really don't care for that. I'm looking at the words on here and like, what did I write here? And apparently I bumped the audio thing because we're talking about things being middle 8 and then which got translated into middleweight and then things being dictated with a coin toss. So
fantastic.
All right, we're firing in all cylinders. How about this? Will Howard's rushing total, highest rushing total all season long, 28 yards. I think he's going to go for Tony. 34 yards or more on the ground. You got to remember, sack yards come off of that.
Yep.
So 34 yards or more for Will Howard on Saturday.
I'll do you one better. I'll allow it, and then any sack that loses exactly 17 yards gets put onto the total as an additional 17 yards.
Well, okay. I'm not going to fight you on that one.
I do think that I'm interested to see exactly how much running he does because he's running more and more. As we know, 16 carries over the last 2 games, including sacks. So I don't expect that to change now. So 30, I mean, it's season high. I'm not going to quibble. I just got away with a 1 touchdown for TreyVon Henderson. Look, let's all be friends here. So my first 2-pointer, my last 2-pointer, my only 2-pointer. Tom, we are currently in Eugene, Oregon. In honor of Eugene Levy, who sold Clark Griswold, the family truckster, back in National Lampoon's Vacation.
If you think you hate this bold prediction now, just wait till I say it.
So I'm saying Ohio State will outrush and outpass Oregon by 50 yards.
Outrush and outpass Oregon by 50 yards. And this is 1 point. No, this is 2.
This is 2.
Well, that's an interesting question.
What's the question? Whether it's 1 or 2?
Should I allow that? Should I allow this? I don't.
50 yards.
This feels like a great one for 1 point. For 2 points, I'm going to need one of them to be 34 out of 100 would be 66. So one of them is going to have to be 66 yards, Tony.
You mean 68?
34 minus 100 minus 34 would be.
Oh, I thought you were doubling. I'm sorry.
No, yes, no. No, doubling is better. 68, so, agreed. One of them has to be 68. You pick which one.
No, I'll say this. No. But here's the thing. What is the way Ohio State throws for 50 yards more and rushes for 50 yards more? Because if they're rushing for 50 yards, the idea that they're going to be needing to throw for 50 yards more and that Oregon isn't going to need to throw more, that none of this meshes. This is all very contradictory, which is why, Tom, I believe it is worth 2 points. 50 yards. I will strike any play in overtime.
So a scenario where Ohio State both outrushes and outpasses Oregon by 50 yards, you're bravely...
All overtimes. Third overtime, fourth overtime especially. Fifth overtime, certainly. Sixth overtime, I get that.
Any play from scrimmage, the first play from scrimmage of 34 yards for Ohio State does not count. Exactly 34 yards, no more, no less.
But that's only in the first and the third quarter. I get the second and the fourth.
Yeah, that feels sufficiently stupid.
Well, because you're that's a large chunk of yardage.
That is a large chunk of yardage.
Need some opportunity to get that back.
All right. So now my 3-pointer, and I'm facing a small issue in that I did not write down a 3-pointer. So I have a couple choices here. I have one here that I know exactly what you're going to say. It is bold, but you're going to say, but that happened last week. and that is Ohio State forces 2 turnovers in the red zone.
I mean, and here's the thing, and it also happened to Oregon last 2 weeks ago. But the thing is, it is bold.
Yes, thank you. Agreed. All right, good.
But,
so 3 points. Good. Agreed.
I don't know about 3, although for it to happen for both parties in back-to-back games. Okay, all right, but, and we're going to do this. Any play in what?
How about this? Before we get into, how about this? Ohio State forces a turnover in the red zone, 1, and scores a defensive touchdown. Could be the same play, could be 2 different plays, but that way, that's something that Ohio State scoring a defensive touchdown is something that it happened at the beginning of the season, but
it's interesting.
It's 2 distinct potentially events.
And I'm trying to figure out which is more bold, because part of me is thinking the 2 turnovers in the red zone.
It does feel extremely bold, and
I said more bold.
The constant theme of this show being overwhelming boldness on my part, and you just mild confusion at all times. It feels like that's kind of our really the brand of the show really nailed.
What?
Oh, are you confused by that? Huh.
Said what?
Interesting.
I like both of these for like 2.5 points. So if you combine them,
can we get? I will take both of them for 2.5 points each. That's fine.
I'm just trying to figure out which one I want you to have. Defensive touchdown feels like. Let's go red zone. 2 red zone turnovers.
Okay.
Okay. And now my last one. I did not put down a freebie for you, so maybe I can come up with something.
You got to come up with a 3-pointer first.
Here's one, and you're not going to like it.
Speaking of staying on brand,
220.
That's no.
Now here,
no.
The last,
first of all, if Ohio State's outrushing and outpassing Oregon,
I'm throwing a lot of eggs in this duck basket.
Are they duck eggs? 220 in a single game. This year, Ohio State, that's not even 1 point. To suggest that merits 3 points, no.
Now, I thought there might be some negotiation. I would say the last time Oregon has allowed this in the regular season of a non-COVID season was 2018 against Utah.
How many times have they played Ohio State over that span? And how many times have they played the 2024 Ohio State team in that span?
So, okay, hear me out then. How about this?
I'll take 230, and you can have my 3-pointer. I'll take 230 for 3 points, and you can have my 3-pointer. Since it's so extremely bold, I will be even more bold than you.
The most rushing yards that Oregon has allowed this year is 221. So how about 222? Now, and let me finish. The most passing yards that Oregon has allowed this year is 191. So I'll do 222, 192. How do you feel about that? How about this? 250. We're going to go to break.
Yeah.
I didn't go 234. I went straight to 250, 250.
You did.
The likelihood of them throwing for 250 if they're running for 250 is very, very low.
Yeah. I think, I mean, frankly, running for 250 would be a real...
That's the bigger story.
Yeah. Yeah, okay. I'm grudgingly accepting
Namaste.
that. All right. So for you, I think the freebie will be the stupid Oregon uniforms are going to have numbers that are hard to read from the press box. Is that a freebie?
That is so annoying.
Let me tell you, that one's already hit. Even if it hasn't happened yet, that's already hit. How about this?
No, I'm going to allow that one and be like, no, I saw him fine. Wait, no, that would help for you. I'm mildly confused. I'm sorry.
Once again, the brand is strong. Oh, look, hey, background noise. Fantastic. How about this? Oregon records at least 1 first down on offense in each half of the game.
Okay, I'll allow that one. Here's one I got for you. Dylan Gabriel will complete at least 1 pass within 5 yards of the line of scrimmage. Either way. Either way.
Yeah.
I'm giving you both sides.
Yeah.
So there you go.
All right.
Thank you all for tuning in. Hit the thumbs up before you go. We would appreciate that. And if, of course, you are scoring at home, make sure to let Tom know how he does throughout the game. I'll put the text number in the comments there below. Just go ahead and hit him up. he won't be busy. So thank you all for tuning in. We appreciate you stopping by. Find us at BuckeyeHuddle.com. Become a member. Say hello to us there. Talk to you guys later.